Days passed since Nicodemus met Jesus. The words echoed in his mind. "You must be born again." He could not forget them. He tried to continue life normally, teaching, studying, advising others, but peace never returned. Sleep became restless. His mind replayed the night. The wind, the spirit, invisible, uncontrollable, powerful. He understood it slowly. Surrender was the key. Obedience alone was not enough. Nicodemus began to question himself. Was his faith real? Or whose abbot? He could no longer hide from the truth. Others saw him as strong. Others saw him as wise. But inside, he felt weak, unready, incomplete. One day, he made a choice to follow Jesus more than rules. To trust rather than calculate, to act, not just watch. And the chance came. When Jesus was arrested, Nicodemus was terrified. Fear returned in full force. The crowds were angry. Soldiers were armed. The disciples had fled. No one dared speak. Everyone was silent, except Nicodemus. He remembered the night, the secret teaching, the rebirth, and he knew what he must do. He went to the leaders, quietly, respectfully, but firmly. "Is this fair?" he asked. He taught truth. He healed the sick. He forgave the guilty. Does that make him a criminal? Some ignored him. Some whispered. Some were shocked. Fear filled their hearts. But Nicodemus did not retreat. He knew action was required. He did not speak for approval. He spoke for justice and for truth. After the trial, Jesus was sentenced. The cross was raised. Nicodemus's heart shook. He wanted to do more, but he was limited until the night of the burial. Darkness returned, quiet and solemn. Nicodemus came carrying spices. His hands shook slightly, but his courage was strong. He prepared the body of Jesus. The disciples were gone. The world seemed cruel, but he acted. He honored what others abandoned. The words of Jesus guided him. Born again, trust, spirit, surrender. Nicodemus understood fully now. Action was proof of faith. Courage was evidence of rebirth. He wrapped the body carefully. He whispered a prayer, softly, but with conviction. Not for show, not for approval, for God, for truth, for transformation. The night felt heavy, but peace filled his heart. Not loud, not dramatic. Quietly, eternally, he had become the man Jesus taught him to be. The rebirth was complete. Nicodemus left the tomb slowly. The stars above felt brighter. The wind whispered. He remembered the lesson. The Spirit moves unseen. Power flows silently. Change begins quietly. Not everyone understands. Not everyone sees. Only those ready listen. Nicodemus was ready. His life reflected the teaching. Actions spoke louder than words. Others would never know fully. Some would doubt. Some would mock. He did not care. Transformation cannot be measured by approval. It is measured by courage, by action, by truth lived quietly. Nicodemus understood. Born again meant rebirth of heart, rebirth of mind, rebirth of courage. Religion gave rules. Jesus gave life. Rules can control behavior. Spirit transforms the soul. Nicodemus smiled faintly, not prideful, peaceful, quietly joyful. He would return home. The city slept, but his heart never slept again. He carried the secret that changed everything. One man, one teaching, one night. That advice was eternal. Not for crowds, not for fame, only for readiness. Nicodemus had heard it. He had obeyed it, and he had become new. The shadow of fear remained briefly, but courage grew stronger. The world continued. Crowds came and went. Leaders rose and fell. But the Spirit moved quietly. Nicodemus never boasted, never preached publicly. Actions became testimony. The lesson became living proof. Born again was real, not theory, not ritual. Life transformed in private. Faith expressed silently. Courage expressed through obedience. Truth expressed through action. Nicodemus carried it forever, and the memory remained of that secret night, of one man listening, of one teaching, changing a life. The world did not notice immediately, but eternity noticed. Transformation matters most when unseen. Rebirth begins in hearts, not headlines. Nicodemus proved it, and through him, the lesson spread silently, not in words, but in courage, not in speeches, but in obedience, not in applause, but in quiet living. The Spirit works like the wind, invisible, unpredictable, powerful. Freedom came to Nicodemus. Not the freedom of the crowd, not the freedom of reputation, but the freedom of truth, the freedom of rebirth, the freedom of life lived fully. And that is why Jesus spoke to him alone. Only one was ready. Only one listened. Only one obeyed. Only one changed completely. Nicodemus was that one. Forever changed, forever remembered, forever reborn. The story ends, but the lesson remains. Rebirth is personal, secret, and powerful.